You know that player at your table who's been sitting there for 3 hours, played maybe 8 hands, and folded his blinds like he's protecting state secrets? And somehow you can't figure out how to take his money. Today, I'm going to show you how. This is Vinton Poker, precision in, profits out. And today we're talking about nits, tight players, and exactly how to systematically drain their stack without making a single hero call. Most players at your 1-2 or 1-3 games are trying to beat the maniacs. They're trying to outplay calling stations. They're ignoring the nit entirely. The nit is one of the most profitable and exploitable player types in all of live poker because his entire strategy is built around one thing: avoiding big pots without strong hands. That mindset creates massive predictable leaks, and today we're going to attack every single one of them. Let's start before the flop. When a nit is sitting in the blinds, you need to be raising more often. Not a little more often, a lot more often. If a player is folding his big blind 75% of the time or better, and a lot of nits are right at that number, you can profitably open 40, 50, even 60% of hands from the button. You are collecting dead money every single time he folds, and he folds constantly. The Pipo math here is clear and simple. Nits fold way too much, so you raise more often. That's it. That's the whole adjustment. Now, here's the trap people fall into. They see a nit and they think, I'll just 3-bet him all day long. Not so fast. A nit opening under the gun is not opening garbage. His range is already brutally tight. Pocket tens plus, ace queen plus, maybe ace jack suited plus. When you 3-bet ace 5 suited because of blockers, you're lighting money on fire. Attack his folds, respect his strength. Those are two different things, and you have to keep them both in mind at the same time. Now, what about the flop? Nits miss the flop just like everyone else. The difference is they actually fold when they miss. When you raise pre-flop and land on king 7 deuce, ace 8 4, queen 5 deuce, a small c-bet prints money. We're talking 25 to 40% of the pot. You're not trying to blast them off a pair. You're just trying to collect the fold equity that their fit or fold style hands you for free. And here's the math so it's completely clear. If a pot is $60 and you bet $25, your bet only needs to work 29% of the time for it to be profitable. Against a nit who folds everything he missed, that number is very achievable. Before we go on, if you are getting value from this video, give it a like and share it with someone else who's also serious about becoming a crusher just like you. Your support helps this channel grow, and it means the world to me. Also, don't forget to share your thoughts and questions in the comments below as I read them all. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any future episodes. Now, let's talk about where you really print money against the nits. The turn. Most players c-bet, get called, and then shut down. Against the nit, that's leaving money on the table. A nit calls the flop with one-paired hands, pocket pairs, and cautious floats. When a scare card hits the turn, you barrel again. Overcards to second pair, flush completing cards when you've been representing a draw, an ace or king when you raise pre-flop and your range is full of them. Let's say you raise with queen jack suited and a nit calls from the big blind. Flop comes king 7, 3 rainbow. He checks, you bet. The nit calls again. Turn comes an ace. That is a beautiful second barrel card. Your range has ace king, ace queen, aces, kings. His range has a lot of king X hands that are now in a very uncomfortable spot. Bet 60 to 75% of the pot and make him defend. Most nits hate defending. They'll fold. Now, value betting, because this is where a lot of players leave real money on the table. Against the calling station, you value bet huge. Against the nit, you value bet precisely. A nit will not call a massive river bet with a medium pair, but he will talk himself into calling a smaller bet because he's priced in. So you target that. Let's say you have ace queen on a board of ace 8 4 deuce deuce. The nit calls flop. Nit calls turn. Most players will check the river. That's wrong. His range is full of ace jack, ace 10, ace 9 suited. Those hands are still losing to you. Bet again. Don't just oversize it. Set a small price his risk-averse brain can stomach. That's PIPO in action. Precision in, profits out. Now, the most important thing I'm going to tell you in this video today, and this will save you thousands of dollars. When a nit wakes up, believe him. When a nit who's been checking and calling for 3 streets suddenly leads the river for a large bet, that alarm should be deafening. Most players think he's trying to push me around. Nits don't push people around. Nits massively under bluff rivers. It's not even close. When a passive player check raises 4 bets or overbets a river after slow playing through the entire hand, he usually has it. The question is never, do I have top pair? The question is, what worse hand does this nit play this way for value? And how often is he bluffing? The answer is almost never. Fold more, fold a lot more. That discipline of folding your ego with your cards is one of the core ideas in my book, The Poker Delusion, and it applies nowhere more directly than against the nit who finally fires. Here's the full picture. Steal their hands aggressively. C-bet frequently on boards they miss. Barrel scare cards, especially on turns when their range is capped. Value bet thinner on rivers. When they finally push back, slam the brakes. The money against nits doesn't come from one big bluff. It comes from relentless disciplined pressure in spots where they surrender and from getting out of the way cleanly when they don't. If you want to go deeper on this, the exact framework for identifying overfolders and attacking them profitably is in my Delusion Killer Masterclass. Module 2 covers frequency imbalances, overfolders versus overcallers, and how to build correct exploit against each one of them. Module 4 goes into post-flop purposeful aggression, street by street. The link for the Delusion Killer Masterclass is in the description below. And if you want me to look at your actual hands from your games and show you exactly where the money is, reach out to me directly on WhatsApp for a free 60-minute one-on-one coaching session. The link for that is also in the description below. Come find me. And if you want to keep crushing and increase your win rate, watch this next video. GG.